has a crooked neck.
It was a beautiful morning, and the dove, happily sitting on the eggs in her nest high up in the safety of a tall tree, was looking forward to her chicks hatching in a few weeks. She was gazing out over the horizon, thinking about how content she was with the way things were, that she didn't notice the cunning hyena who was crouching in the undergrowth below her. "Hey dove, I can smell the eggs in your nest. Throw one down for me to eat, and I'll be on my way." The dove, suddenly coming to her senses, was startled. She managed to pull herself together to say, "Oh, hyena, you're mistaken. There are no eggs in my nest." "My nose never lets me down, dove. I know you have 4 eggs there in your nest. Throw one down and I will be on my way." "There are no eggs here, hyena. Be on your way," the dove said, with as much command as her tiny voice would allow. "If you don't throw an egg down, I shall fly up and eat all the eggs and you as well." "You can't fly, hyena." The hyena then did a very strange thing. It puffed itself up and started running around here and there and made such a noise. The poor dove believed that the hyena was flying up. She was so scared, in fact, that she looked at her eggs and wondered which one she would throw down to appease the hunger of the nasty hyena. But she knew one egg had to go to save the other 3 and herself, as the hyena would certainly devour them all. The poor dove closed its eyes, then flapped its wings as hard as it could, till one egg fell from the nest straight into the huge mouth of the hyena. That night, all the animals heard the call of the poor mother dove as she wept over the loss of her egg. The next morning, exactly the same thing happened again. The poor dove was very unhappy. She flew off to see the heron. Many animals often went to the heron if they had problems to solve. The heron stood very tall with his long legs and long straight neck. The dove knew exactly where to find the heron, as did most animals, by the banks of the great river. The dove saw the heron wading in the shallows of the river and landed on a branch of the tree above the heron's head. "Heron, I have a problem." The dove explained the matter in detail to the heron. "Oh, my innocent, kind dove, I shall follow you to your nest, and we shall teach the hyena a lesson it will not forget in a hurry." The 2 birds flew back to the dove's nest to spend the night in anticipation of the hyena's unwelcome visit. The heron and the dove were up just before the sun rose in the sky. It wasn't long before the hyena appeared. "Dove, throw me down an egg for my breakfast, or I shall fly up and eat you all." This time the dove, under the heron's instructions, said, "Yes, hyena, I will throw you down an egg." The hyena was a bit surprised that the dove was so obedient this morning. This didn't stop him opening his huge mouth in anticipation of the tasty egg that was about to drop into it. Instead of allowing the dove to throw one of its eggs down, the heron in its place threw down a large bitter kola which fell straight into the gaping mouth of the hyena, who bit on it enthusiastically. In an instant, the hyena's expression turned from one of greed and satisfaction to shock. It let out a large cackle and ran as fast as it could to find the nearest drinking place. Satisfied that the hyena could never again bother the dove, the heron flew back to its home by the river. That evening, who should happen across the large river but the hyena? As it drank, it noticed the heron ambling along in the deep part of the river. "Heron, I have a question which I believe you may have an answer for." "Ask away, hyena, ask away." "If the wind should come from the west, which way should I face? Is that what bothers you, hyena?" "Heron, I cannot hear you. Please come a little closer." The heron waded closer. The hyena, now sure the heron was within distance, pounced on the poor unsuspecting bird, giving it a powerful thump on its neck. The heron managed to make it back to the safety of deeper water where the hyena could not follow it. The poor creature took a long time to recover from this assault. When it did, it could no longer hold its graceful neck up straight. That is why today the heron has a crooked neck.